Guys, I've seen a lot of analysis concerning this Nnamdi Kanu's case, that Nnamdi Kanu risk going to jail, life imprisonment, this is his last opportunity, that he don't know what he's doing, stuff like that. And I will sit and will laugh at it, because you think Nnamdi Kanu is an ordinary citizen like us. This is the guy that knows constitution, he knows the law. Yes. Now, let me brief you one thing. This is someone that the federal government don't want to come out. They don't want him to come out of DSS alive. Yes, because for someone to say that he had health challenges, that he needed a doctor, and you people ignored it, it means that you people want him to buy in DSS office by all means. You people send DSS to attack him. That is not enough. This is someone that they are eager to send to prison. They want to silence him by all means, and you will see the opportunity to silence him. And you are not saying you are giving him, you want to let him to exercise his rights. Guys, let's think that twice. Someone that the federal government wanted to buy by all means, and you see the opportunity, you are not telling the world that you want him to exercise his rights. What right? What the government fear is what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying and be hammering on. Now, Nnamdi Kanu said that they have politicalized his case, and he is being judged out of what the law that is not existing. Mind you, Nigerian law is handwritten, and they publish it. It was signed by all the executive, the legislation, judicially. It was signed after the implementation of the law. The legislation, the judiciary, and the executive arm of the government, they sit down, deliberate, and they sign it. They publish it. The whole Nigeria is aware of that law. Now, Justice Omotosho said something on the last sitting, that was on the 4th, said that Nnamdi Kanu is being prosecuted by Section 45 Code of Criminal Law, which it does not exist on Nigerian law. It is not in existence. Maybe the federal government just made that offhand or stuff like that, but I don't know. Now, for you to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu with a particular law, you as a government, or maybe as a high court, you have to show because you cannot just say that Nnamdi Kanu is not just a layman that you just say, I hereby. No. These are people that knows the law. So for you to say, okay, I'm prosecuting this guy, or maybe I'm sentencing this guy to so and so years imprisonment or life imprisonment, or you want him to buy by hanging the way you people are eager to buy him. At least let the world know that, okay, this is the what I'm using to sentence this guy. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is requesting. And now they are forcing him to enter a defense by all means, because entering a defense means that Nnamdi Kanu have accepted that that law is in existence. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, they say, is risking it. No problem. But the federal government is also risking it. It's a 50-50 something. It's a consensus to me. Yes. Federal government need to defend the law. And you cannot just come and they revoke law, maybe made law now that this thing has been in process. No. Now you see the strategy there. Now, before we go deeper, let's go back to the charges against Nnamdi Kanu so that we'll be on the same page. Now you now compare it with what is happening now and the weight of his the weight of what he's being accused of. Now, the first thing that was accused, Nnamdi Kanu was accused of, was what we call incitement and the promotion of violence. They said that Nnamdi Kanu is using his media broadcast, to promote that he have made in one or two alterations, through his voice, that he must promoted violence in some certain states, and his voice in those broadcasts is putting the security, Nigerian security, at risk, and some ethnic group, probably the Igbos, as they said, because that is what they are saying. Yes. Now, that is the first charges against him, incitement and promotion of violence. Now, the second thing they charge him, that this is the act of terrorism these people are talking about now. Okay, the second thing they said about Nnamdi Kanu was like he belonged to a proscribed group. We recall that in 2017, the federal government, through Buhari administration, proscribed IPOB, a terrorist group. Now, what they're saying that Kanu defense, what Kanu is saying that he's fighting for agitation to let the indigenous people of Biafra go, because that is the name the country, or maybe what he has been agitating, that is the name, indigenous people of Biafra, which is known. Now, saying that for him to let, for government to proscribe them terrorists in the year 2017 means that the Nnamdi Kanu is now the head of a proscribed group by the government in the year 2017 that is leading to promoting, and that Nnamdi Kanu is accused of being a member of such group. I don't know if you guys are getting it. Now, another thing that is the second charge, is belonging to a proscribed group. The first one is incitement and promotion of violence. Then the third one is importation of broadcast equipment without authorization. That Nnamdi Kanu has been importing broadcast equipment, what he uses for his radio Biafra, broadcast, without the authority of the government. I want you to be checking the weight of this whole thing now. I want you to be checking the weight, okay? Because I don't want to rush it. I want us to be on the same page. Check the weight. The Nigerian law is against importation of such thing. Now, these are the terrorist group, the terrorist something. They've never found him wanting with any arm. He have never been in possession of any arm. Now, another one is that conspiracy to commit act of terrorism. There is a conspiracy that Nnamdi Kanu has been in a conspiracy to commit act of terrorism. Now, when they say this is conspiracy, that's Nnamdi Kanu, there is no. If they say there is a conspiracy, it is not certain. I don't know if you guys are getting it. It is not certain when they say conspiracy. Now, what they say under that conspiracy, they say that the government says, I don't know if you are getting it, that the government said that he conspires with others, to commit terrorism through agitation, public threats, and mobilizing violence attack in the southeast. Now, who are they referring to? They are referring to the group called the ESN. Yes, the ESN has been attacking the security personnel there, causing violence, or maybe causing demanding that people should do sit at home and all that. But is there any evidence that Nnamdi Kanu created Eastern Security Network? No. I don't know if you're getting it. Now, coming back to what is happening right now, it is obvious that these people want to convict Nnamdi Kanu by all means. They just want to, they are trying all means necessary, to mount pressure on this man's head so that he will open up a defense. You that is a listener, I know that there are some people that are very learned in this platform. Let's go back to the law. Is there any law like 45 Act of Criminal Code? This is something that the Supreme Court have gone through it. The Appeal Court have gone through it. They discharged it and it was acquitted. And by rights, they say Supreme Court is the last. If you go to court, appeal, go to every federal high court and all those things, once you bring it to Supreme Court, it must be solved. Why are the governments withholding Supreme Court order? Are Supreme Court no longer supreme? Guys, I don't know if you have seen the conspiracies in these whole things. The eagerness, that force, I don't know how, that ginger, they just want to convict this man by all means. But it is hooking them here again, because they can't just do it, because in as much as they want to convict this guy, they are trying to protect their own image. That is the reason why they are trying to force this man to open up a defense. And immediately now they can't open any defense. It means that now they can have accepted that there is existence of that 45 Code of Criminal Act that is not in existence. That's just the honest truth. Yes. Well, obviously, Omotosho, issuing a threat, have 24 hours from now, blah, 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 stuff like that. How does it, are you going against the law because you have been paid, or do you really want to work for the law? You see the way these people just compromise themselves, them by themselves, choking themselves. See, as an Igbo man, there is this adage that says, Iwopu nkuta akolo na alu, some call it akpi, some say akolo. Iwopu nkuta, ụfọdụ na-akpọ ya akpi, ụfọdụ na-akpọ ya akolo, ndị be na-akpọ ya akpi, na-akpọ ya akolo. Iwopu nkuta akolo, igoshi ya, tesa ya na n'ofu ya, zọgbuo ya, nkuta eshie, wee mmadụ tinetụrụ ya mbọ. which means that if you remove a tick from a dog's body, and I know that many tribes in Nigeria, or maybe even the Westerners do practice it, if you remove a tick from a dog's body, you now bring it to his front, press it and kill it. Let dog not feel like you are just pinching him. Let dog not just feel that you are just pinching him unnecessarily. But when you remove that and show him this is what I remove from your body, and you now pinch him, you now kill the something, the thing will know that, okay, it is a fair justice. So what Nnamdi Kanu is seeking for is just a fair hearing. Okay, the man wants a fair hearing. Which law are you prosecuting me with? He made mention that this has been a repair law that is not in existence. So you guys, why judge him with law that is not in existence? Okay, now that you claim that the law has been existing, then show me the law. Why is it difficult for people to show him the law? Why is it that difficult for people to show the law? See, you guys keep, rubbishing your image, rubbishing the image of this country. Yes, that's what I feel. These guys just keep rubbishing the image of our country. I know, if for those of you that are outside there, I'm just imagining the way all those foreigners will be looking at you people. Country that is that detains someone, a freedom fighter, over the law that is not even existent. You've had the law, you have the charges against against him from the federal government. Compare it, the weight of that charges, and tell me if it's worth being sent into prison. Compare it to the atrocities of some of them that is judging him. The likes of Sheikh Gumi, that is ambassador of terrorists, that everybody is seeing clean, walking freely, agitating for terrorists. That is not enough for conviction. Guys, I can still maintain my stand. This selective justice, in this country is out of injustice. And again, showing that there are people that are first-hand citizen and second-hand citizen. It's a height. That is the height of it all. That is injustice at the highest order. That is the matter of all of them. Seriously. But guys, I will leave you guys to know what's your take on this, okay? Remember, you want to straight talk with MC. Please do subscribe, like, share our content. We want to go viral. We want to be noticed, okay? I know with your help, we'll get there. I love you guys. In as much as we are baby channel, please do subscribe, okay? Do subscribe. I love you guys. Stay love, stay awake, okay? Stay out of trouble. Peace. Stay informed, because I'll be bringing you more of Nnamdi Kanu's court case today. Yes, because today is another court case, and today is the deadline according to Justice Omotosho. Let's see how they treat the case on the court today, okay? I love you guys.